Ndifuna Ukwazi, an urban land justice organization based in Cape Town, South Africa, originated in 2011 under the name Ndifuna Ukwazi, an isiXhosa phrase meaning dare to know. Initially focused on a fellowship program and assisting communities with audits, the organization evolved into a more assertive and transformative force challenging power dynamics and the status quo. Over time, Ndifuna Ukwazi shifted its focus to directly confront the power asymmetries created by the apartheid spatial planning and the injustices of dispossession through forced removals. Cape Town remains one of the most spatially divided cities in the world along racial and class lines. Therefore, spatial justice must undo apartheid geography and ensure poor and working class can once again live in the city. Yet, there is a severe housing and affordability crisis in Cape Town, with over 360,000 waiting for subsidized homes, while exorbitant rentals and property prices, especially in the inner city, further exacerbates the housing shortage. In 2015, we introduced the concepts of urban land justice and spatial justice into the public discourse, encouraging people to connect political realities with their daily lives and take proactive steps to challenge them. Unlike any other organization before it, Ndifuna Ukwazi took this fight for spatial redress and justice to the centers of power, the city center where land was most valuable. This led to support movements such as Reclaim the City, which occupied two state-owned buildings in prime locations like Woodstock and Greenpoint as acts of resistance, later becoming homes and hope against gentrification and a state set against the poor and working class. A notable success was seen with the Bramwell Street families, who managed to halt their eviction at the height of gentrification in the Woodstock area and elevate their case for staying in their city to the Constitutional Court, the highest court in the country.
There is about 1.1 hectares around the Tafelberg School that can be developed, but that is not enough land to make affordable, let alone social housing viable.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. The social housing companies are ready to do it.
Can I just finish up?
But it is a lie. But it is a lie.
The Supreme Court of Appeal has handed down the Tafelberg judgment, which has ignited political discussion in the Western Cape province regarding prioritizing the state's use of land for people before profit, as we tirelessly call for affordable housing on this side. These strategic litigation cases form part of a multi-pronged strategy for societal change, combining research, community organizing, and advocacy to drive our campaigns. An activist organization and a law center, Ndifuna Ukwazi is both a thought leader and a provocateur on land and inequality issues. Our disruptive tactics include creative protests like a scratch race, where politicians and public officials are visited at their residencies to hold them accountable. Our work is fundamentally focused on systematic shifts around the understanding of land and property, driven by a people-centered approach. As a result, we directly support and partner with social movements and communities. We promote fair access to well-located land and housing for historically marginalized communities, addressing both racial and economic exclusions, and believe both the state and private sector have a role to play. We therefore object to exclusive developments and advocate for inclusionary housing policies, with more and more developers volunteering inclusionary housing contributions in their developments. Yet, for many, access is not enough. We continually work to keep communities from being displaced, fighting alongside them, and realizing secure tenure and dignified homes. We emphasize that many households live in precarious conditions, far from essential services, and argue that making the home the center can address numerous societal challenges, including surviving climate crisis. Indeed, home is our rallying point for social change, as the center of our intersectional struggles. Our cities are far from shedding the scars of colonial and apartheid dispossession. Our persistent inequality and resultant poverty make the constitutional promise of redress, land reform, and redistribution increasingly urgent. The right to the city and urban transformation are as important now as they were in history of our democracy. And Ndifuna Ukwazi, our vision is a specially just city, our mission, undoing apartheid spatial planning through well-located affordable housing.
Land to me means connection. Land to me means connection because my people's livelihoods, my people's wealth, my people's ancestry has always been linked to our land. Not necessarily where I was born, but what Africa and what our land means to us, because we've always been a part of the land, and the land has always been a part of us.
Land to me means home.
Land to me means valuable space.
Land to me means housing.
Land means heritage.
Land to me means life.
Land to me means freedom.
Land to me means a sense of worth.
Land to me means livelihood.